Hello, and welcome to Soul Babes Craft and Creations. I am Louise, and today is Sunday, which means, in my world, it's If It's Sunday. What is If It's Sunday? Well, it's as it says on the tin. If it's something that I've recorded, it's can go in my Sunday segment that hasn't got its own segment elsewhere. Basically. So, right, what am I doing today? Well, I've had to take a couple of weeks break from my main videos. Now, the reason for it is, one, we had a heat wave over a week ago, which was a 10-day heat wave, and it did cause a lot of problems with my health, to the extent that I have many times in the past suffered with sunstroke, heat stroke, heat exhaustion. So when the weather does get very hot here in the UK, I'm at high risk of problems with my health. And it meant that instead of me being able to do any of my makes, I couldn't cope with staying sat up for more than a short time. And I was lying down most of the week, or most of the 10 days that we had the heat wave. At the day of the heat wave, the day after the heat wave relinquished to a more copable heat, we had the grandson here. So he went home yesterday. I am recording this on the day, hopefully it goes up. So it has meant that him being here, I was quite exhausted with, as is the norm with a 4-year-old running around. I get quite exhausted. So it meant that as soon as he went home yesterday, I was literally trying to rest as much as possible. But while he was here, I did as much as I could on working on the projects that I hadn't managed to work on. So I will be recording today as many of those videos as possible to get things back up on my channel properly. So, what is today? Well, I am a week after my birthday. In fact, now I'm 2 weeks after my birthday, thinking about it. And I received, during the heat wave, I received a card that I want to open. And then part of that was from that particular person. I also received a gift, which I put towards a order from Wool Warehouse. So I have a Wool Warehouse haul to show, and a card to show. And I also have a Temu order to show, because that arrived at the same time as my Wool Warehouse one did. So I have, which was yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, Friday it arrived. But of course I couldn't do any recording till now. So, right, here is the card. And let's get into it. Now, I know who this card is from, because she sent me a message to say that she was sending it. It is. Here we go. This is the card. Very pretty flowers in diamond dot. And try and open it. Can go. Got some stickers. Yeah. Show the stickers. We can certainly tell who these are from by the stickers. So we have a flamingo. And we have a flamingo in feathers and leaves. And another flamingo. And another flamingo. And then we have some yarn and knitting and crochet and a restless hands club. Yep. And a ball of yarn with a hook in it. There we go. So that was the stickers. Now, the card says, Louise, happy birthday. Hope you get lots of lovely crafty time in and get spoilt on your special day. Thank you for being one of my fabulous Mingos and for your love and support and friendship. It means the world to me. Big love and hugs from Mantha Sam. So that's Mantha's Makes. And yes, I love being part of her Mingos. And yes, I'm definitely enjoying everything that she does. So I will link her in the description box below. So you can go over and see if you're not already part of her team, go over and see. So, right. So that was the card. She sent me as I said, she sent me an email saying that she was sending over a little bit of a gift for me. So I utilized that gift along with the winnings voucher I had from Khadija from Ladybird Loves, which again I will link in the description box below, because I won, was it, I think it was May's members, because I'm also a member of Ladybird Loves channel, so I happened to win that, and I thought to myself, I'm going to use it for getting some yarn with from Wool Warehouse. So this is the Wool Warehouse one. Yes, this is how it arrived. So unfortunately, there's a little bit of a split in it. Unfortunately, sometimes in our area, that's what happens. Now, before I open it, I am going to move my keyboard because I know what happens every time I try to do this. I end up knocking my recording off. So let's move my keyboard out of the way and we'll open up the bag. I'll use the split that's already there to open it up. Yeah, we've got one bag full and two bagfuls. So move that off to one side. There we go. Right then, let's get this bag. Now, some of this yarn is actually for my next door neighbour who announced to me a few weeks back that she's just started taking up knitting and has sort of taken a few of my yarn balls from behind me to make blankets. That's what she's currently making, is some squares to make blankets for her kids, and has asked me to order some yarn. So some of this is for her, but I will show it all because it's all part and parcel together. So I will then sort out afterwards what ones are for her. I mean, she has given me quite a long list, and it was only part of the list that I've ordered. I said I will order it bit by bit as I place my own orders, I will place some of it as hers as well. So we start with this one. Most of it is Yarnsmith's Create. Yeah, Yarnsmith's Create double knit. Purely because that's the one that I use as my main workhorse. It's the cheaper between Yarnsmiths and Starcraft. They're both good workhorse acrylic yarns. As I did a sort of review of my opinions between the two, and the reason why I in general will go for the Yarnsmith more than the Starcraft is price. That's really the pure reason, is the difference in price. I can get just a little bit more yarn for the same price than the Starcraft. That's the only reason. So, right, we will start with, should be another one that isn't. One, two. I'll take that one and that one out. Should be another one somewhere. I hope it's in here. Right, okay, we'll start with mostly all these Yarnsmiths. So we have 2 in this colour, and this colour is Sugar Plum. Now the main, I'll do the stats just the once. So each one of these balls or skeins is 100 grams or 3.5 ounces, 290 meters or 317 yards, 100% acrylic. Where are we? Cool wash, cool iron, cool tumble dry, do not bleach, dry clean using solvent P, 4mm knit hook, 4mm needles. So there we go. And yes, made in Turkey. So that's the Sugar Plum. Right, move that to there. Let's move that so that I don't end up having it. You'll see it nicely pile up here in a minute. Right, so we have two of the Sugar Plum. We have 2 of the Stone Grey. Now, I'm hoping this is a middle grey between the ones that I've got up there. Up there, I currently have a silver grey and pale silver, and then I've got some dark charcoal ones up there. So I'm hoping this is going to be something that's in between, because trying to find sort of a mid grey has been a little bit difficult. So Stone Grey, 2 of. Oh, pardon me. And we have 2 of a burnt orange. Now I think all the orange ones are the ones for next door. Oh, okay. So we have Candy Floss Pink. We have 1 of them. And we have Light Pink. So they are slightly different. Yes, I know, Khadija, it's pink. But some of the things that I make need pink. Sorry. And then we have, well, sure they're all the same colour. Which they are. I have 4 and it being blown out terrible as bright red. Now, that's looking very hot pinky, but it's not hot pink. It's red. It's a post box, pillar box red. So yeah. Now that's to go with one of the things that I haven't yet finished from the spring cowl. I'm still making parts that go with the educational rug that I'm making, or educational blanket. So yeah, that's still to come, still to finish. That's there. Right, then we go into the second bag. Right. Continue with the Yarn Smith ones first. I'll show the other ones in a minute. Right, so we have 2 of plum purple. I need the sugar plum and the plum. Some of these is just to go up in my thing behind me, purely because I'm using up colours as I finish projects. The colours are being used. Some of it's to replace ones that my next door neighbour has used for her projects that she's doing. So right, we got okay. So we have upside down some of them, but we have 3 carrot, which is lighter than the burnt orange. Again, the colour seems to be just blowing out a little bit, being more saturated than what it's showing. And then we have 2 of bright orange. Yes. Again, that's still being blown out. What you saw on the other one is more what this colour is. So it's it's a bright orange, but it's not quite as bright as what that's showing. We have 1 of tangerine. Now that is looking more yellow than the orangey colour that it is. Tangerine, we've got 1 of them, and we have 2 of opal green. Now that's being a little bit more true to colour. So we have 2 of the opal green. And then the ones that aren't Yarn Smith's DK, we have King Cole Baby Glitz. And this is 100-gram balls. Again, 290 meters or 317 yards. Made in Turkey. It's 97% premium acrylic and 3% polyester because, you can see the sparkle. It's the sparkle yarn. Again, this was actually to replace. I had 1 ball, or 3/4 of a ball, up in my glitzy yarn in here. This is all my glitzes yarn. I had a 3/4 ball yarn, which my next door neighbour wanted for making what she's making. So I got some more to replace on my wall. And then this I'm giving a try. This is drops Fable yarn. And you can see I've got two different colours there. Now, this plain colour is, it's not telling me what the colour is. Let's see where the, okay, what did I do with that? Lost me invoice. No, there it is. Here's my invoice. Let's have a look and see what it says on the invoice that it's called. Right, this one is called Purple. Purple. Yeah, showing near on true to colour. Now, the reason why I'm giving this a try, are you going to tell me? Yes, it is 75% wool, 25% polyamide. Now, I have said on many occasions on this channel, I am allergic to wool. So I am going to give this a try to see how allergic to wool I am, or whether I can try getting and using wool and see whether I have any reaction to it. The only reason why I've said about it in the past is because I have always, as far as I've known, been allergic to wool. But I mean, this is feeling a little scratchy to what I'm used to with my yarn, but until I actually start working with it, and I mean, I'm not feeling anything at the moment, so, but anyway, this is Drops Fable Unicolor Super Wash Treated Sock Wool. Trying to see what it is. Writing is very faint on it, I can't tell. Do believe it's 4-ply, but it doesn't say that it's 4-ply. It just says yarn group A. Needles and hooks is 3mm. And the weight, each one of these balls is 50-gram ball or 1.8 ounces, 250 meters or 224 yards. So we have a deep purple, and then I have two of, this one is called Berry Dreams Print. Just checking that it's all the same stats. Yeah, all the same stats. So we have, this is what's going to be the main body of some socks. I'm not sure yet which I'm going to do it with, whether it's going to be a knit or a crochet. But we have, so that's the main body of the sock, and this will be cuffs, toes and heels. So there we go. That's my plan again for some more socks. And I thought to myself, let's give this, because I have noticed that most sock yarn that are done for socks are wool, containing wool. So I thought to myself, well, if I want to continue my journey of making socks and don't want to keep trying to find alternatives to wool sock yarn, then I'm going to have to embrace the idea of possibly having to use wool. So there we go. And the reason why I've chosen these is because I was trying to find the cheapest version, because if it does work out that I'm allergic to wool, I don't want to have spent a lot of money on testing that out. So these were £2.40 each ball. Most sock yarn hanks that I'm finding are around £15 per ball, per hank or skein. So this was a cheaper alternative. So here we go. I'm not going to try and lift all of this up, but I will just move the camera around and down a bit so that you can just see my pile here beside me. So there we go. That is all the Amazon haul. So let's move you back up again. So what I will do is I will pause and put this lot away so that I can do a quick show of the Temu haul. Not all of it is craft, I must admit. Most of it is clothing. But I'll just give a quick show because there is a couple of craft items in there. So, be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. So, now time to show the Temu haul. Here we go. Temu haul. Right. Hopefully, this one won't be an explosion of glitter. The last one I had, I didn't show on the channel. Probably just as well, because literally one of the pots of glitter in it had exploded and covered everything in glitter. So, which did include clothes. Right then. So, right. As I said, there is some craft, but not a lot. This is a couple of hairbands, because now that my hair is starting to get long, I thought to myself I need different ways of putting my hair up and out of the way. So these are what they call banana clips. I used to have some of these as a child for putting, because I had long hair as a child, putting my hair up. Sometimes it's better than having to actually put it into a hairband. So that's what that one is. Right. Okay. This is some shorts for my hubby. As I said, it's not all. This is a shorts and t-shirt for my hubby. Right. Okay. This is for crafting. I recently showed, a few months back now, some DPNs that I've bought, but they weren't in a case, so I bought a case. Hopefully they will fit in this case. Try and get into it. Will that me? There we go. We've got a bluey green case. I've got things in it for putting the DPNs in. I think they're going to be big enough to put them in. So there we go. We've got one of them. And we've got some stitch counters. Can I get them to turn? Not easily. Oh, yes, I can. Seem to want to turn the wrong direction, though. Yeah, they're turning the wrong way, but never mind. But, yeah, we've got some stitch counters. I was hoping that they would be a bit better than that, but never mind. Can't really complain when you're only paying pennies. So, right then. some more hair thingies. So little different types of banana type clips for my hair. Right. Can't remember what's in here. Have a look. Oh. Help me drain my washing machine. I'm having a few problems with it lately. Like I say, not everything in here is for crafting. Alright, here. Some little tiny funnels. A dress for me. There you are. New hat for my grandson. We keep trying to find his sun hat. We can't seem to find it. When he comes over, can't find his sun hat for him. And we don't want to take him out in the sun without a sun hat on him. So I've got him a new one. Right. These are knitting needle stoppers in shapes of hands. And this is some crafting. We got some diamond art paintings. I think this should have 4 pictures. Let's see if I can get them out. Yes, and 4 scenic pictures beside the sea. Sort of reminding me of where I used to live down in Cornwall. Bude and Westford Hoe, which were all by the sea. So there we go, there's four pictures beside the sea. Go back in there. Okay. I need to do at some point or other. Then we have some eyes for all the amigurumi now that I'm using safety eyes more than trying to embroider them. There will be some times that I'll have to embroider them, but yeah, wanting to save myself some time and save myself frustration, because embroidery is definitely not my forte. Right, got a box. I'm going to need scissors to open them. Trying to think what they were. All right. As I've said earlier, we've been having a heat waves. We've had 2 heat waves, and we've already been told that we're about to go into another. So I thought to myself, well, we only have fans over here in the UK. Very rare is there places that have AC. So I thought to myself, we've got to find some way of getting it even cooler. And this came up in the thing of which you attach this to the front of a fan, and these little pots you freeze them, you fill them up with water and freeze them, and then it creates like a cooling mist that you put in, you have it going through your fan. So you're putting cooler air into the air to hopefully make it cooler. So it's a pack of 2 of them. So hopefully might make it a little bit easier to cope with, and I don't end up being how I was with the last 2, that I lose my energy. So, and then we have a couple of these big storage bags, because I have now been struggling to store my makes and bits and pieces, so that when young man comes over, I can put them out of the way of him being able to pull anything out. Because although he loves playing with the things I make, he likes to play with the stuff as I'm making it as well. And sometimes, I don't get too impressed with when he does it, because he seems to wait till while I'm asleep, or when he decides to wake up early in the morning, because he stays in the front room with me, in the front room. And as soon as because he wakes up early, a lot earlier than I do. But there again, I go to bed late, i.e. I go to bed 4:00 in the morning, and he's waking up at 6:30 in the morning. Yeah. I don't do well at that time of the morning. So he likes to try and get at all my stuff. I mean, there's been a couple of times now that he's disrupted quite a bit of my things that I've had to literally go back through and try and sort out again. So I thought I'd get a couple of these like storage bag things. So it's quite a nice, try and get into it, try and open it up. There we are. It's a zip up storage. So there we go, nice big storage container. It keeps wanting to fold back down at the moment, but once you start putting stuff in it, it's fine. So hopefully that's going to be big enough for me to put the makes in out of his way when he comes. So I've got this design, there's one, and then this is the other one. The cutesy dragon. So here we go. We have 2 storage bags. I think that is... Oh, there's something else in here. Oh, another thing of those stitch markers. Not stitch markers, stitch count, row counters. Come on. I won't get into it. Yeah, I think I will. I'll give them a bit of a movement, so they feel a bit stuck. So if I give them a good turning, maybe I might be able to get them to work. But yeah, so stitch counting, row counters. There we go. So that is my I think all of my Temu haul. Yep. So let's get rid of the rubbish out of the way. Right then. So that is my 2 hauls. Camera. Refocus. Thank you. That is my 2 hauls and the birthday card from Sam. So thank you to Sam for my card and the money towards my warehouse haul. And thank you to Khadija for the winnings that also went towards my warehouse haul. And then thank you everybody for the recent birthday wishes and the wishes that went after I put my post up to say to take my time, enjoy my time with my grandson. I enjoy having him. It just means that I can't do recording because, like I say, he is here in the same room that I'm currently working in. That I do my recording and everything in. He's in the same room, but setting up his bed and everything else means that there is no room for me to have the recording part out in the room for me to do the recordings. And when we have extremely hot weather, can't take him out. And hubby takes him out for a short time, so it's not conducive for me to record when little man is here. So I have to do as much as possible before he gets here, hence the reason why up until now I've managed to more or less get myself a week ahead to cover the week that he's here. But because of the heat wave, that put pay to that this time because I couldn't get the work done in time for me to record. So hopefully now I can get myself back on track and my videos hopefully will be a bit better distributed this time now. I've got a few weeks before the grandson's back again. I generally have him sort of every 4 to 6 weeks, but he starts school in September. He'll be going to starting reception in September. So the hope is that he will be visiting on holidays and half terms, which will be every 6 to 7 weeks, depending on the length of the half term. So we're having him for a week during the summer holidays. But he will obviously need to be back home before the end of the summer holiday, which is the end of August, so that he can be returning straight to be able to go to school. Because they don't live around the corner. Otherwise, we would be having him a lot more than once every few weeks. But up until now, it's been sort of more or less every 4 weeks, sometimes 6 weeks, but more like 4 weeks every time we've had him. So we've got 6 weeks. 6 weeks yesterday will be the next time he'll be coming to us. So hopefully in the 6 weeks, I can get myself ahead on my videos so that I can enjoy the time when he's here and not have to be worrying about trying to get things done to get videos up on the channel. So we will see what happens, but that's how it is at the moment. So if you've stayed for this length of time of the video, which I think I am getting close to the hour, thank you for watching. So yeah, thank you for watching. Oh, my brain is gone. What do I normally say? Oh, total brain fog. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's gone. I'm going to have to pause and try to remember. Okay. Brain is definitely not with it right now. So, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Love and kindness to everyone. Bye for now, and I will see you all soon.